All of us are forever changed by the attacks on September the 11th, 2001. It's a date that evokes memories of a moment in our history when the world as we knew it changed forever. As we reflect back on that day, let us remember what we learned about ourselves and how we responded. We witnessed people living ordinary lives doing extraordinary things when they were suddenly faced with life and threatening destruction. We saw first responders choose service and duty, which for many of those led to death. We saw loyalty and love prevail over fear and danger. We witnessed the kindness and courage of strangers risking it all to help others. On September the 11th, we saw the character and the best of the human spirit on full display. As we honor the memory of the almost 3,000 people who died that day, let us also remember those family members who were left behind and the thousands of other people who have died and suffered from illnesses years later. Let us remember and pay tribute to the lives cut short and the empty places in the hearts of the ones who they left behind. Let us remember and keep in our hearts those who paid the ultimate sacrifice. As Americans, let it continue to strengthen our resolve to persevere. Let that tremendous spirit of resilience, service, and compassion that came forth after the attacks offer inspiration to us all. And let us continue, we must continue, to pray to God for His blessings and protection over not just our communities, but our country. God bless you. And I'd like to call our own Fire and Rescue Chief, Cardella, to the podium.
Good morning. The events of September 11th affected not only the fire service community, but all public safety personnel. It has been said that courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the assessment that something else is more important than fear. The assessment of something more important than fear is what inspired and guided 343 firefighters and 71 law enforcement officers who perished in New York City on September 11, 2001. The assessment of something more important than fear is what inspires and guides all who provide fire protection, emergency medical care, and law enforcement through the performance of their duties. And I believe it's what brings us here today as we honor and respect the sacrifices of our public safety brothers and sisters. Participation in this morning's tribute is our annual way to honor the fallen. It is a means for us to give just a little back to the families of those who have, in their expression of courage, made the ultimate sacrifice in the protection of their communities. It says to them, "We remember your loved ones today and we will never forget them." For 200 years, bells have held a special significance in the fire service. In the past, as firefighters began their tours of duty, it was the bell that signaled the start of the day's shift. Throughout the day and night, bells alerted firefighters to a fire. And after the fire, it was the bell that signaled that their duty was complete and they had safely returned to quarters. When a firefighter died in service to their community, it was the mournful toll of the bell that announced their passing as a sign of honor and respect. Such symbolism is a time-honored tradition and is repeated today at the funeral services of fallen firefighters in memory of and in tribute to their life and their courage.
Freeze it. Oh.